Sunday, people. We're going to take you into the early hours of Monday morning, live right here at the One Play Esports Spectrum, where the godfather of gaming and myself are in the West Wing. What a busy weekend it's been here at the Spectrum. We've had so much going on, including our first 4 T1 Toyota Thai League games in real football, but we've saved the best till last. The godfather of gaming, the doctor of style, the man that put the E into esports, the notorious Titin Nambier, is here, and it's Judgment Night.
It is.
In the VPG Asian Super League. Only the strong survive. Quite frankly, folks, tonight it's win or go home.
Yeah, exactly. We've got 4 teams in Klasiko to the moon, JBLY and Royal Cavaliers, who have their faith in their own hands. It's win or bust, and we'll see who qualifies for the knockout phases at the end of today.
You'll be kicking off very shortly with To The Moon against Klasiko in Group 5, or Group E, if you like to speak Latin. I think that's the terminology.
Mamacita.
And we are set for some fantastic action, and looking forward to the midnight game. JBLY, remember JBLY? The JBLY boys, beaten 13-0. At one point in this competition, yet they can still qualify. Remarkable, absolutely remarkable. They lost 9-0 and 4-0 on match night 1, yet they're still in there fighting. And it just goes to show, never give up, kids. If you want something bad enough, you can get it. And I think the boys from JBLY want it bad enough to beat the Royal Caps tonight at midnight.
Yeah, but I think their team manager has to be John Cena, because after that initial start, you think they have absolutely no chance of qualifying and they're going to be the whooping boys. But they've turned it around. I think the first game they may have had key players missing, perhaps. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out why the results were so bad, but they've picked up since, and that's all that matters. They're now in with a chance to qualify.
Well, I'm just hearing in my ear, he's coming in my ears, tournament director
Nice.
Yusuf, and apparently JBLY playing with a bot in goal tonight.
Oh my God!
Breaking news.
We've seen bots.
do the
We've
business.
seen bots do the business for the team, so it could turn out to be a masterstroke, but.
Yeah,
we never know.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Bit of housekeeping, by the way. We have our wonderful technical director, Sam, in the house for our esports coverage. That's why everything goes so smoothly. Vic's still here, our dear friend Vic, but not on esports duty tonight. He's going to be here till 3 in the morning editing the Toyota Thai League T1. Lim Yi's gone home, so I'm not going to mention him. Oh, I just did. But I must
He's
give it...
here.
Oh, is he still here, Lim Yi?
Yes.
There must be something good on television that he's hanging around to watch. And a shout out to our 2 interns. We've got 2 interns, and we said to the interns, they came in for the Toyota League T1. We said, guys, you don't want to be watching real football. Esports is where it's at. It's all about the pro club, baby. So shout out to Eileen and Ashraf, who forgot to include me on the food run earlier, but I've already forgiven them. Well, maybe not you, Eileen. You could be in trouble. Please come to my office and see me later. Let's get down to business, see how the bracket stands as we get to the final round of Judgment Night games. All these teams battling it out for a place in the VPG Asian Super League round of 16. Do we magically have the bracket, please, people?
Boom, boom, boom,
Look at that.
bang.
There it is. It's almost like they're listening to me. There is the bracket. Let's enlarge that, if you will, so the people at home can see it. Already familiar names through that we've seen in our previous tournaments. Hyenas and Larojak are through as arriba, the amigos against Thai. Oh, that's a oh, please put me on that one. Amigos against Thai Gang. That's a date for your diary in next weekend's round of 16 game. But you'll see all those E1s, E2s, H1s, G1s, they're the slots we're going to fill tonight. And here are the fixtures in the final night of group stage action. Give them to me. I forgot to mention Travers. I forgot to mention the vice principal of One Play Esports, Travers Tan, double T in the house. No sign, though, of the principal. Has anyone seen Jaisal? Has anyone seen Jaisal Parek?
No,
Is he a myth? He's a myth. You don't know if he exists. Let's have a look at the fixtures tonight, please. Look at this. This is seamless tonight, boys. Look at that. Live! Exclamation mark. Royal Cavaliers, JBLY Esports, To The Moon and Klasiko. They're the treats we've got in store for you. Don't worry that the weekend's over. We're going to ease you. I'm going to massage you smoothly into the early hours of Monday morning. And as he always does, Yusuf will bombard me with a load of useless information that I can't decipher about the scores in the other games as we go along. But the other game, by the way, in the Cavs group is PSHM United, who will be topping that group. The Malaysians looking strong against Econo, who are already out. And it feels like Team Spirits or smells like Team Spirits against 11 Dragons FC. That's the other game in the To The Moon Klasiko group. So we're all set for love and war. In Group E, the Dragons are already through. Not necessarily finishing top, though. If the goal difference of Team Spirits is anything to go by, you would fancy that they will be qualifying as top of the shop. Poor old Team Spirits. Do you feel sorry for Team Spirits, Nitin? No mercy.
Yeah, probably not, because
You've embarrassed yourself,
you
team.
just made my heart skip a beat. No, I think.
Team Spirits have embarrassed themselves. They've embarrassed the country. Please don't embarrass yourself anymore by coming on our tournaments, quite frankly. Go back and get better. So that's how it looks in Group E. I think I'm almost ready for some team sheets, Nitin.
I am.
That's where you come into the fray.
Exactly. Can we get the team sheets, guys? That'd be fantastic for the first match.
I don't think it's professional.
Boom!
We have to keep asking for these things. They're supposed to follow the verbiage, aren't they? But they're not doing it. Here are the team sheets. Talk us through them, baby.
Yep, To the Moon and Klasiko, our first match. We'll start with To the Moon. They are playing a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow formation, a very attacking formation. They've got D-Bonds in goal. Back four made up of Unwa, Pilot, TI, Vibram 16, Riskit, midfield made up of Sunkister, Preyun, Boomblastix, and Boss Zero.
Hold on.
Yes.
In the old days when we did this, you're just reading out team names. Give me some juice. I want some gossip. I don't just want... Everyone can see where they're playing. It's up there on the screen. Tell me something I don't know. What did Born Tobe Toxic have for breakfast this morning?
He had a roti prata. Definitely got some insider info from Yusof earlier.
Sounds like racial profiling
To the Moon,
to
of
me.
course, are the Thai champions, so they've got some players to watch out for.
Mr. Boomblastix.
Yes, Mr. Vibram 16 at centre back is a fantastic player. Boomblastix playing right centre mid is another key player for To the Moon. So these two guys are going to have big roles to play today if they want to see their side qualify. Moving on to Klasiko FC. Klasiko FC are playing a 3-5-2 formation. Pablo, Imgats, Iqbal, and Nevsky make up the back four, including the goalkeeper. The five in midfield have El Nino, Apan Zafran, Erwin Will, and Razex playing at the left mid. And up front we have Zakwan and Born to be Toxic, which is also Patrick's middle name.
I thought Born Tobe Toxic, but I've read it differently now.
Yeah, fair enough. And yeah, they have players who, of course, took part in Malaysia's VPG success in the Asian Cup. Zakwan and Mr. Imigats are players from those from that championship winning team, and we'll be expecting them to hopefully propel their sides into the knockout phases after this match.
Lose the graphics as we tell you to LSFC. Like, share, follow, comment. Great to ever be following with us tonight on the Facebook page. I'd just like to say hello to Amaral Amri. Says, Born to be Toxic at Nasi Lemak for breakfast. You were wrong. That's the first thing you got wrong tonight.
Yusof keeps giving wrong info.
Munawar Ali. Love to have you, Munawar. I think Munawar's with us from the UAE. Munawar, lovely words. He goes, awesome coverage and atmosphere. Keep it up and hope to see it bigger and better.
Wow.
It don't get any bigger than this, baby.
This is the best. You've got the best.
Lutfi Hadi is here. Says there's a hat-trick from ZQWN incoming. Amaral Amri.
Nice.
Hashtag El Nino in my heart, says Amaral. Forza Classico, he says. Nevsky Chin. Abigail Marcial is with us as well. So keep the comments coming. We love to give a shout out, you know, because it makes us feel wanted.
Exactly.
We don't like broadcasting when no one's watching. So tell us you're there. Tell us that you love us. I need some love.
So sad.
Klasiko VFC are with us as well, the official team page for one of our sides tonight, who are coming up in action imminently. It's around about now that I put my finger to my ear and say, how far are we from being able to go pitch side to the Apollo B Stadium? Syed Yusuf. Very soon. Sam in his soothing tones
Very
said
soon.
very, very soon. I also, well, as we've got a short delay in proceedings, I'd like to remind you next weekend is the round of 16. The week after that is the quarterfinals. The week after that is the semi-finals. And you never guess what the week after that is.
Semi-finals.
No, I just said that. It's the finals.
Yeah, I know.
And I'd also like to express a personal vote of gratitude and appreciation to my partner in crime here, my Esports full-time companion, because anyone that knows, and who doesn't know this man by now, he's making front page news in the esports community. He's got groupies hanging outside the office, fan mail coming in by the truckload.
Too many.
You'll know he's a very big Tottenham fan. And this is how importantly One Play Sports takes the VPG Asian Super League as we get ready to load the game. Nitin is missing Spurs against Everton in the season opener. So whatever you do, I don't want any messages about the score, because Nitin's made it clear he's going to record it and watch it when it goes home. So you're listening to me, people. Don't, and I mean don't, by which I mean do.
Please don't.
Put the score on the Facebook comment section. Right, we're about to cross to the Apollo B Stadium. I've written that down wrong. It's the Apollo 13 Stadium. What's your correct score prediction? Nitin Nabier.
I'll go with To the Moon. They are a side that have a very good reputation in the Southeast Asian community, pro club community, and I expect them to seal their place. So going maybe 4-2 overall.
Remember, 1 win or 2 draws is enough for Klasiko as we get underway. To the Moon in the black and orange. Very similar to the colours, not too dissimilar, to the colours worn by Chiang Rai yesterday in our T1 coverage of the Thai Toyota League. So don't forget to join us for 4 live games of that every week. Klasiko in the white, and it's Draco getting the ball through. I've been told by Yusuf to expect low-scoring games today, but he's absolutely clueless, so I'm thinking we're going to get 4-3 or draws. Remember, 2 matches tonight, not 2 legs, so they're self-contained games in the context of the group stage as the throw comes in, and RZS gets it away. Moved on quickly by 2-5-3-7. Oh, lovely work from William. Oh, lovely work from William to Raz. And now they come down the left-hand side. RZS gets it back. I think Yusuf might be onto something here. These are going to be cagey encounters, Nitin, aren't they?
Perhaps, you know, there's a lot riding on these games. Both teams have the chance to qualify, so I expect it to be cagey at the start. But I think once we see the goal, we see the floodgates start to open.
Great to see Harry Potter's brother Henry in the starting lineup tonight as well. Are you, what are the houses in Harry Potter? Are you a Dumbledore or is it Hogwarts?
Dumbledore.
What are the houses called? Gryffindor?
Slytherin, Gryffindor.
You're definitely a
Hufflepuff.
Slytherin.
You're definitely a Hufflepuff.
Yeah, I'll be a Hufflepuff all day long. What's the one that Draco was in?
Slytherin.
Yeah, I'm a Slytherin. I'm a Slytherin,
You just said I'm Slytherin.
Well, we're in the same house. Get used to it. Deal with it. Born to be toxic, or born so toxic,
Yeah,
as I'm
that's
calling
my
him.
guy.
There's Draco. This is a good start from Klasiko away from home. 10 minutes in, 10 virtual minutes in. Remember, Klasiko 1 win, and they will be through. Is this the opening goal? Born to be toxic.
Oh.
Lays it off. Skills to pay the bills. And the shot is blocked by RZH. William comes again, and it's all the men in white early. El Nino. And there's another chance.
Oh,
They've
beautiful.
tried for the scoring, and again it's last-ditch defending from To The Moon. The boys from Thailand in all kinds of trouble early here.
Yep, great play from Klasiko. Fantastic footwork from Born to be Toxic to start with, but I have to say full credit to the To The Moon defenders. They've got their body in front of the ball and doing John Terry-like defending so far.
Shout out to Amarul Amri, who's giving us a shout out, so we give you one back. Keep them coming on the Facebook's comment section. Sunk Sitter gets it away.
Oh,
well, is this
ball.
a chance for To The Moon? Have they got it behind it? The keeper's nowhere to be seen. And it's going to be a free kick, but it really is second prize. Imigat into the referee's notebook. The CB, yellow card, only 15 minutes in.
What was the foul for? Oh, good play. Oh, unlucky.
The foul was for pulling the shirt back, I believe. Pulled him back. Should have been a red card, arguably. He was the last man in the last line of defence. Bomblastics down the left. That's a good ball. Well done by Iqbal, marshalling the left-hand side well for Klasiko. So Klasiko and To The Moon. There are signs maybe we might get some action here. And that's a lovely ball through. Born Toxic. Lovely cross off the post. And the rebound cut away by El Nido. Klasiko get the goal, and if they can hang on to this lead, they are through to the round of 16, and they'll dump To The Moon out.
A fully deserved goal from Klasiko. They've been the better side. They've created some really good opportunities so far, and glad to see them put one away. Draco, so unlucky to see his shot come off the post. It was great build-up overall in that move, but...
oh, they're in again. Sorry, Nitin. Draco. Here we go. Is it going to be 2? Born Toxic. Well worked by De Warnes in the Thai team's goal. To The Moon survive for now. Remember, the crucial equation here, Nitin, is Klasiko are in possession of that second spot. 2 points clear of To The Moon. So a win here in this first game is enough for them, and that could make the second match very boring indeed.
Yep, win here will seal it for Klasiko, and I have to say, after the first 23 minutes, I see no other result at this point. Klasiko have been superb.
Here's Vibram. Palatelli. What kind of response are we going to get from the Thais here? El Nino's been masterful so far. It was his goal after 20 minutes that put Klasiko in front. Sunk Sitter wins it in the second phase. Gets it to RZS. They're still in this, you know. To The Moon. Bomblastics into the area. 2-5-3-7. Sounds like a robot. Here's Born to be Toxic. Oh, there could be in bother here, the boys from Thailand, if the ball is good. But Vibram, lovely piece of defending by Vibram, the centre-back for To The Moon.
Yeah, superb stuff from Vibram. Great ball control as well. Dealt with that so efficiently, like a Berbatov in defence.
Tom Richard. Oh, well won by William. Draco. Zuwin. They just look like they've got that extra bit of class, Klasiko, don't they? They could be in again. 2-0, and it could be curtains for Thailand. Oh, what a save to Warnes. Save of the tournament that Nitin and myself have seen so far. Amarul says El Nino is my brother, but he's got a different mother, by the way. How does that work? His dad must get around a bit.
Are you his dad?
He said no. Amarul says Nino is my brother, but by a different mother. By that definition, it means his father slept with 2 different people. I'm not sure I approve of that. Wong Prey 1.
Stay away from that topic.
Tom Richard. Razex. Here's Draco. Iqbal. Oh, Klasiko. Looks like it's only a matter of time before they get the second the way this is going. Draco. El Nino waits in the middle, still Draco. And RZS has little choice but to concede the corner. El Nino. Lovely delivery of the corner, but To The Moon get to it first.
El Nino has been heavily involved so far. Of course, he scored the first goal. And he's been in a lot of the attacking play that Klasiko have been doing. He's been involved.
2-5-3-7, this is better from To The Moon. NGI Papu gets it out to this near side. It's picked up by RZS. They need to get Bomblastics involved. They do just that now. Into the area, nice touch. Richard, can they level it up just before half-time? Game could be on. Oh. Nev's in goal. Nevsky manages to get behind it, and that's the best chance that To The Moon have had that's gone a begging.
Yeah, that will bring some positivity to the half-time team talk for To The Moon. The first chance created, good footwork from Tom Richard, but just couldn't get the power in his shot to trouble the keeper.
Sung Sitter over on this near side, RZS, Bomblastics. 2-5-3-7, Iqbal. Draco. Nice layoff. They just have got that extra half yard of pace, and the skills are sublime from Klasiko. And I tell you what, at the moment, you've got to say it's a ringing endorsement for the other 2 teams in the group. The Dragons 11 amongst them, as well as Team Spirits, who've had a miserable campaign. But Dragons 11, if they are top of this group, it must be a pretty strong group, this Group 5, Group E.
Yeah, definitely a group filled with quality. As you've seen in this match, Klasiko definitely a side to watch out for if they get the result tonight and they move into the knockout phases. A team that play beautiful football and a team that know what they're doing. Fantastic stuff from Klasiko so far.
And interesting, they've picked the New Zealand team strip, the away trips,
Ooh,
of
the
course.
All Blacks.
No, the All Blacks is the rugby team. Do you know what the football team are not called? Are they called the Black Ferns, or is that the female team? I'll look at that while you run everyone through the stats.
Yep, so it's again a pretty dominant half from Klasiko, 53% possession, 3 shots on target. Lots more to do for the To The Moon boys. They've got 1 shot on target and haven't really got into the game. If I'm being honest, they've got to do a lot better in the second half to try and salvage this result. As we mentioned earlier, if Klasiko get this win, that will send them through, and To The Moon will have no chance and will have a pretty unexciting second game, in my opinion.
I'm still trying to find the nickname. Ah, the All Whites. So this is their home kick. I see what they've done there. They've flipped it on its head from the rugby team. So they're the All Whites, the New Zealand football team, masquerading as Klasiko today. As To The Moon, no. They're 45 virtual minutes from being dumped out the Super League. The flag's up. That's offside. Looked too good to be true, and it was. Pressure's on them now, and they really are just going to have to go for it, and they may well leave themselves exposed for a Klasiko second, knitted.
Yep, at this point, it's all about getting the equalizer. I would think they would try and keep it a bit stable till about the 65th minute mark, and if it's still 1-0 at that point, they have to go and throw the kitchen sink at the Klasiko defence.
If the game finishes in a draw, they are still alive because they can go to Klasiko's home ground and pick up their own maximum points, but Malaysia's not going to be an easy place for them to go. Here's RZS, Sunk Sitter, that's a loose pass to Razax. They've already played 5 virtual minutes of this second half of our first game of the night, remember. Straight after this, we'll go to Malaysia for Klasiko against To The Moon in the last game of the group stage. It may be a dead rubber at this point before we switch our attention to Royal Cavaliers of Vietnam against JBLY.
Good set-piece opportunity here for To The Moon.
Yeah, we've already seen this on Pro Club, though. On FIFA 20, so hard to score from these free kicks, Linton, isn't it?
It is, but it's not impossible.
Oh, lovely flick! And the man on the yellow card, Megax, gets a touch on it. But this is better from To The Moon in the second half.
Yep, it has to be better. They were very poor in that first half, and they need the equalizer, so no surprise to see them being quite aggressive here in the start of the second half.
William gets it clear, only as far as Wong Prey 1. Bomblastics, always muscled out a bit by Razax. And all of a sudden, Born to be Toxic, who's looked very deadly. Oh, we're saying that, he's passed it straight to Bomblastics. What are you doing, Born to Toxic?
Born to be toxic.
Vibram over on this near side. Good pass, finds Duons. That's a showboating pass. Tom Richard. It's all very well looking pretty in the build-up. To The Moon have got to create a clear-cut opportunity here. Remember, if they can snatch a draw here, they will still be alive. Bomblastics. Plays it inside to Wong Prey 1. And just like that, we're approaching the virtual hour mark. There's 30 virtual minutes to play. That equates to about 4 minutes of game time. NGI, PPU, 2537. Tom Rich, going to get the shot away. Megats just does enough.
Yeah, great defending from my Megats, but again, great to see the To The Moon boys knowing exactly what they need to do. They need to commit more players forward, and that's exactly what they're doing. But Klasiko, again, looking very solid defensively, and we know what they can do offensively, so To The Moon got to be careful now.
RZS. Bomblastics. Draco. Brings it away. Zone.
I think it's pronounced Zakwan.
I'll pronounce it how I like. I'm in charge of it.
ZQWN.
I'm going to call him ZQWN. I'm going to spell his name out.
Zakwan.
Easy as ABCD.
Fair enough. Zone.
Zakwan?
Yeah.
Really?
I think so.
Why? Surely you could have done better than that with this abbreviation. Draco, RZS Kits. So we got him, Rizkits.
Rizkits.
Like biscuits.
Exactly. These guys give us no option but to pronounce the name somehow.
Nice work from Draco, but Rizkits manages to get the goal kick. But look at the clock knitting. It's ticking away.
Ooh, 6-6.
Are we going to get a water break? Are we going to get a floodlight failure like we had at the PAT Stadium for Port and Police earlier in the Toyota Thai League, the T1 League? We're bringing to you live 4 games every week. It was riveting stuff. Great game. Such a shame the floodlights failed. Do you ever have floodlight failure on FIFA? They should build that in. It'd be quite exciting.
Not really. I mean, what's the point? If you're playing a game, the whole point is to not experience stuff like this.
Supposed to be realistic, Nitin.
That's true.
Supposed to be realistic.
FIFA isn't, let's be honest.
Last 20 minutes, Iqbal To The Moon is staring down the barrel of elimination at the group stage here in the VPG Asian Super League. Vibram, sunk sitter. They've got to get themselves moving here. Wrong prey run. There's probably enough time for them to create the way the flow has gone. At least 2 chances. The flag's going to go up here, I fancy. It didn't. Flag down. Can they finish? Iqbal and Megats gets it away. Thought for all the wordings offside there, Nitin, but the flag stayed down.
Yeah, I thought, I thought he was offside as well, but he timed his run perfectly.
Here's Tun Richard. He looks the most likely at this point, but he's over in that corner. He needs to get central. Wrong prey 1. Lovely flick back. This gives Sunks into a chance to spray it to the right-hand side. All down to Rizkits. Can he get the cross in?
What?
Oh, Rizkits had it pinched from his toes. And now the clock is the enemy of the tie To The Moon. Pilotelli. This win would take Klasiko up to 12 points. To The Moon would stay on 7 with only 1 game to play. That means To The Moon are out. We wait to see what the score is between 11 Dragons and Team Spirits, but bearing in mind Team Spirits Golden misses -28, surely 11 Dragons won't slip up there, and if Klasiko get a second goal here, you can really stick a fork in this one. Here's Draco. It's been a very controlled defensive performance from Klasiko in the second half, Nitin.
Yeah, definitely. I think they know how important the win here is today, and they're doing their best to do it. They're expecting a lot of pressure from To The Moon, which has happened, but still no clear-cut chances created.
Here's a chance for 1-1, but they get it clear. Shout out to Fidel, shout out to Daniel Arif, shout out to Daniel Arif and Ultras Pro Esports who confirmed it, and you were right, it's Zakwan.
Yeah!
Rizkits.
I'm always right.
Bomblastics into the
ball,
final 10 minutes. It's now a
penalty!
He's got it in, and it's a
JBLY.
penalty to keep their hopes alive. Is this Vibram stepping up? But To The Moon, not sure who it is. And he scored it! And now, To The Moon can go to Malaysia and still qualify. Out of nothing, To The Moon have snatched a draw, and qualification is still very much alive. And it was the man known as Timo Werner. Who's that then, Smarty Pants?
Ungipu.
Ungipu, 1-1.
What a time to score.
And I tell you what, if they get another goal here, they've only got to draw the last game. Here's Draco. They're not going to throw it away now, are they? That defensive discipline from El Klasiko out the window. Here's Harry Potter. Down the left-hand side it comes. Razaks. Zakwan. El Nino. Danger, danger.
Oh, good defending.
And good work from Wong Prey 1. Bomblastic gets it clear. As we wait to see how much time will be added on. Is there enough time for To The Moon to snatch the win here? Well, this does set up our next game nicely, doesn't it? As we switch to Malaysia for Klasiko to the moon. It could get even better for the Thais. But they just battle out of it. Remember, it's still advantage Klasiko here. A draw will be enough for them in Malaysia. But to the men have at least taken it to the very last group game. Acrobatic clearance from Aima gets. And that will take us to full time. And an absorbing matchup. To the moon. Keep their hopes alive. Run us through the stats, Nitin.
Yep, again, a very entertaining game. First half went to Klasiko, I have to say. Second half has been all to the moon. Both teams had 3 shots on target at the end of the game, so I guess a draw is kind of a fair result. Again, to the moon, tried their best to get goals. In the end, they ended up getting a penalty. They just applied too much pressure for Klasiko, and eventually a defender made a mistake. So, all to play for in the second leg, and I can't wait for that one.
Going to be very exciting indeed. Well, we won't get a glimpse at the highlights, will we, because the game finished as a draw. But I can give you verbally the upstated standings. Klasiko now move on to 10 points, having played 5 games. To the moon on to 8. So the maths are quite simple. To the moon need to go to Malaysia and win against Klasiko. Now we're resuming here, but I'm assuming
that's come back, guys.
Is this going to be the second? No, we need to leave this now. Thank you, guys. The boys in Thailand to the moon are now aborting. Abort, abort, abort. And we are back waiting for them to switcheroo and go to Malaysia. So Klasiko will be kicking themselves. They could have got this deal done, and there's just enough about To the Moon to suggest a shock in Malaysia's not beyond them.
Yes, I agree. To the moon showed in that second half that they can dominate Klasiko. They can apply pressure. Again, I fear for the fact that they can't really create goal-scoring opportunities, but we have seen that the Klasiko defense is capable of making mistakes. So if they are put under enough pressure, To the moon may have a chance.
Don't forget to keep the comments coming on the LSFC. Like, share, follow, comment. 700,432 and a half.
That's not too bad.
It's not too bad. We're doing healthy numbers tonight. We're live on the One Play Esports page. Let's have a look at the old LSFC if we can. Let's get like, share, follow, comment up there and remind everyone what it's all about. We want you to like, share, follow, comment the One Play Esports page. Have we got LSFC up there? What kind of operation are you running here, Travis? Where's me LSFC? There it is. LSFC. Like, share, follow, and comment, because we're all about creating heroes and connecting communities.
Exactly. We've done that with the pro club scene for how many months now? We started in March.
6 months.
6 months. It's been 6 months. We've created this community now. We are very appreciative of everyone who watches, who leaves a like, who leaves a comment, who shares the content. Very grateful. And we want more. So please, if you want to get involved, if you want to be friends with me and Patrick, like, share, follow, comment.
Don't be friends with me. It's really not worth the hassle.
Want to be toxic.
By the way, can I just say who I think is responsible for the incredible success of this collaboration between One Play Sports and VPG?
Sure.
Yusuf. You thought I was going to say you, didn't you?
No, of course
Yusuf.
not.
What a marvellous tournament director he is.
Is he?
He comes in tonight. He's brilliant, you know, because we start at 11 o'clock at night. He turns up 11:15 in his pyjama bottoms. Pyjama bottoms.
And every time he comes here, he's like, wow, I'm so tired. I'm like, wow, bro, you must be really working the grounds here in the Southeast Asian pro club scene. So thank you, Yusuf.
Marvellous stuff. So congratulations to our tournament director, Yusuf. And we're always getting the comments on the page. How do we join the leagues? How can we be in the club? Yada, 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 yada. It's quite simple. Go on to VPG's Facebook page and touch base. Aaron DeLossa does a great job running the global operation. And Yusuf now is untouchable. Is there any organisation on a par with VPG in Asian FIFA Pro Club? I think Yusuf stands alone, doesn't he?
Yeah, I would think so. He's done a fantastic job. He started up leagues in countries like Brunei, Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia. So I think Southeast Asia-wise, he's done fantastic. It's now about growing into Asia.
It's about time it's recognised. How do I go about... you're familiar with Malaysia, am I right?
Yeah, pretty much.
How do I go about nominating him to become a ton? I think it's about time. I mean, the guy's revolutionised esports. I mean, there's no worlds left to conquer for him, really. He's managed to get a great tie-up with One Play Sports for the big bucks as well. Big contract signed there.
I know a man who'll know.
Who will know?
Ayman Roshizam. So please,
Ayman's always watching.
Do let us know how we can get Yusuf a dato.
It's Frank Lucas. It's a very sad day in the One Play Sports family, certainly for us in production, because Frank Lucas has moved on to bigger and better pastures.
He's forgotten about us.
He's abandoned his friends in production. He's gone and worked on the business side of One Play Sports.
Boring.
Don't you ever want to be on the business side?
I do, actually.
You enjoy the camera.
Frank Lucas, take me with you.
You enjoy the camera too much.
No, I don't.
You do. You're a whore. You're a whore in front of that camera. A whore.
Wow. I'm actually offended. Guys, I'm going to end the broadcast now.
Yeah. Are you going to the... Yay! You can't leave me on me, mate. I'll be lost for words.
I'll lose my job probably, so I can't do that.
What's the situation? Faiz Alabi says, I'd also show up to work in my pyjama bottoms if everyone is okay with it. Maybe we should, instead of like doing what we usually do and wear a suit for the final, maybe we should present the final in pyjamas in homage to our illustrious VPG tournament director, Yusuf.
Yes, I think we should. I think we should all come in our pyjama tops and bottoms.
Do you sleep naked in bed?
I sleep half naked in bed.
Which half's naked?
I'll leave it up to you.
Oh, my mind's boggling. You can see behind us, we're almost set to go to Klasiko Stadium, the Classic Stadium, if you will, in Malaysia, where Classic need a draw or a win to go through to the round of 16. To the Moon need to pick up all 3 points here. Stage is set for a belter. You're watching it live with us here on One Play Esports from the west wing of our Spectrum. Should be a good in this, and all like that. Bit of a retro stadium as well. It is Klasiko in the white, the New Zealand all-white shirts left to right, and the Chelsea change kit for To The Moon, black and orange right to left. And To The Moon are in straight away. Bombastics deflected.
Nevsky, oh, they got a keeper now, Klasiko.
No, they had a keeper before. You're getting them mixed up with JBLY.
Ah, yeah la.
Nevsky, try and keep
My
up.
bad.
For goodness sake.
Sorry, the Spurs game just started.
Zedquan, El Nino, Zedquan, Draco. Klasiko, they took the lead, remember, in the first half of the first game, couldn't hang on to it. Remember, a draw's enough for them, so if they get one, To The Moon have to get two. A reminder, with Spurs kicking off, Nitin's recorded that it doesn't want to know the score, so please, please don't put the scores and breaking moments.
You know what, actually, we can avoid this whole situation. Even if they do comment, you can choose not to read it out,
but
you
will.
Read
it
because you're born to be toxic.
A Tobe toxic. Tobe toxic. Here's Vibrat, Bombastics. Bombastics gets it to 2537. That's a crap name. Come on, 2537. Sort yourself out. Here's Wong Prey 1. Unwaz. Tom Richard. He impressed me in the first game, Tom Richard, but he's played it into the path of William there. But this is a different To The Moon here. They're going at it like a team that know they need to score. And in some ways, Nitin, the fact that Klasiko know a point is enough might work against them, because they're maybe fall into the full sense of security of sitting back as that cross is wasted and it'll be a goal kick to the home team.
Yep, completely agree. I wouldn't want to be in Klasiko's shoes at this point because they need a draw. To the Moon need a win. And sometimes when you need a draw, you go into the game a bit lackadaisical and you're a bit prone to mistakes. Whereas if I'd rather be in To The Moon shoes where you're coming to this game, you know you need what result and you're going out to get it.
Bombastics gets it through to 2537. Wong Prey 1 and Pablo picks up the pieces and gets it away. So it's a similar pattern to the second half of the first game. This Nitin, Klasiko have the draw they want. Last time it was the win they wanted, and they're confident enough to sit back and rely on their defensive abilities. They don't want to give away another cheap penalty, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Nigipoo!
If they want to play like that, they've got to be...
Bombastics. This is dazzling from To The Moon. They're really serving it up here. And Klasiko just on their heels a little bit.
Yep, they've got all 11 players currently in their own half. Not how we like to see them play, but completely understandable considering they just need a draw.
Wrong Prey 1, Tom Richard. 16 minutes elapsed already. Get it out to that far side. Here's Bombastics. Nice ball through. Nigipoo. Oh, skills to pay the bills. Here's a chance.
They've done it.
They've done it.
2537.
2537 has got To The Moon with 1 foot in the round of 16, and they've come from nowhere. And as things stand, it's Klasiko going out.
We've got a lot of Chelsea fans, I think, in this To The Moon side. We've got Werner up front. We've got Pulisic in Boss Zero.
And they're wearing the Chelsea away kit as well.
Yep, and I have to say it was a fantastic goal, a good finish from Boss Zero. He literally took it like a boss and has given his side an all-important lead here in a match where they need 3 points.
Well, Klasiko decided to take the tactic of sitting back and trying to soak up the pressure. That's now out of the window. Remember, a 1-1 draw is enough for them to go through. All they need is a goal. Oh, there's a foul, surely. Going to be a card, is it? Tell you what, a 2-0 lead for To The Moon will make this really interesting, Nitin.
Yep, agreed. And I don't think Klasiko will want that. I think Klasiko will start to press forward here and try and get the equalizer they need.
Plenty of time for them. Still half of the first half, and the whole second half is El Nino. But To The Moon are playing with a team of confidence. But of course, the scenario shifted now. It's To The Moon might be lulled into a sense of security without sitting back.
Nah, I think To The Moon know exactly what they're up against. They know Klasiko are a very good side, so I don't see that aspect happening. But again, Klasiko have got to be very careful here. The more they bomb men forward, the more they're going to be susceptible to the counter attack. So I'd rather be in To The Moon's position at the moment.
On this near side, Unwaz. Tom Richard. El Nino. Draco. Pablo. Oh, nice turn, El Nino. Zone. Draco. Draco gets it back to William. Oh, wrong play one. With the foul as Harry Potter. Well, they've taken the lead probably in a strange way earlier than they wanted 19 minutes in. But Klasiko are struggling to get anything going offensively for the moment, Nitin.
Yep, To The Moon are playing very narrow and Klasiko are playing into their hands at the moment. They need a bit more whiff to the Klasiko boys, I feel. Oh, he's on!
Born to be toxic. De Wolves with the save.
That
First
was
real chance of the second game.
Yeah, really good chance there for Born to be toxic. I think he'd be very disappointed with his finish. A very tame finish when it, it was literally a one-on-one. So the Wolves will be happy with that, but not a very good finish from Born to be toxic.
Here they come again, starting to pile forward now. Here's Draco. Crossed in, bit of a scramble, and they get it away.
Lots of legs sticking out there. I thought, there would have been a potential chance for a penalty for Klasiko, but To The Moon survive.
Down into the area goes Draco. Vibram, RZS kits. A reminder, we'll be telling you all about the VPG one-play Copa Indonesia matches at the end of this game, and we'll be back at midnight as well with our second big decider in Group 8. In Group H, if you speak in Latin, the Royal Cavaliers against JBLY, a similar scenario here where at the moment To The Moon are going to dump out Klasiko against all odds. Remember, they were only minutes away from being eliminated in the first of the remaining 2 games, and now all of a sudden they're in pole position.
Yep, 6 minutes to go in that first game. They won the penalty, which was put away by Mr. Ungipu.
Ugipu, 2-5-3-7. He's got the goal that's given them the all-important lead tonight. Tom Richard, fancy damn pass, and it finds its target. Mr. Bomblastics, very fantastic. Back to 2-5-3-7. Bomblastics finds 2-5-3-7 again to the byline, and they'll win a corner. Well, now they should be able to see this out till half-time, Nitin, and the pressure's going to start piling on Klasiko in the second stanza.
Yep, exactly. To The Moon are exactly where they want to be result-wise, and it's all to do for Klasiko here in the second half.
What's the referee seen here? A free kick right on the edge of the area. I'd love to see a free kick scored directly, just never see it. We don't get that sexy football here on
You should watch me.
Pro Club. What's he going to do? They're into the 2 minutes of time added on. 2-5-3-7. I think he was trying to win a cheap penalty there, wasn't he?
I think they're just trying to kill the time and get into halftime with this also important lead.
Yeah, team talk's going to be important. I tell you what, it's a different team talk at 2-0. That will take us to half-time, surely. Surely it will take us to half-time.
It's off.
Yes, it will. Now we'll go to half-time with the score, To The Moon 1, Klasiko 0. And quite simply, the Malaysians have got to get a goal, at least one.
Oh, this ref's not going to blow. Oh, there it is.
It's very strange. Maybe that was because of the long delay for taking the goal
Fergie
kick.
time, Fergie time.
Yeah, Fergie time. So, To The Moon have done a real number here, 2-5-3-7. And backing up Ingapu's penalty at the end of the first game. And it's advantage the team in black and orange. To The Moon of Thailand on the brink of dumping out Klasiko of Malaysia.
Yep, again, a very close half. As you can see, just one shot on target for each team. It's always going to be close when there's so much on the line, especially with qualification to the knockout phases. So expecting a very another tight half in the second half, and Klasiko have to do more. Klasiko have to get the goal, so expecting them to be a lot more aggressive, and hopefully To The Moon can hold on. Either way, one of these teams is going to go through it by the end of the second half.
6 minutes left in Judgment Night in Group 5 in Group E. Remember, at top of the hour at midnight, we'll bring you Royal Cavaliers of Vietnam against JBLY to book also in a similar scenario a place in the round of 16. But this is all about To The Moon of Thailand and Klasiko of Malaysia. To The Moon have played a blinder, but they're giving it straight to Born to be toxic from the kickoff. They're in here. And Pilatelli, having made the initial mistake, recovers well.
Yeah, but you don't want to be starting the half like that. Very unnecessary. You want to start the half playing safe football.
Wrong play one, Tom Richard. Wrong play one again, Tom Richard. 2-5-3-7. Tom Richard gets it back to Bombastics, and Razhaks gets it away, but they look like a different proposition. Klasiko in the second half. Having said that, Wong Prey 1, who's been a colossus at the back, and Vibram 2. Are they really going to try and just run the clock down continually with side to side? It's a dangerous game, born to be toxic. Are they going to fall into the same trap that Klasiko fell into in the first game when they were trying to see the match out?
Yeah, I'm not looking... I don't like the way To The Moon have approached the second half. They're playing rather negatively, trying to keep the ball and waste time. Those things can come back to haunt you, so don't infuriate your opponents more than you have to, because you never know, they might bounce back and whoop you by the end of the match.
Free kick to The Moon. I imagine this will be played short or sideways, if only to run the clock down more. Can't see them playing it long, can you? Might concede possession straight away. Taking forever with their free kicks. They do play it long, trying to catch them off guard. But in the second phase, Sunk City manages to retain possession. Playing it backwards in this scenario is a very risky proposition. You've got to play it to a man in space. Yeah. And there was no space there. Draco's through, 4 white shirts forward. Draco to William. William well battled by 2-5-3-7.
Again, suicidal play from the boys from To The Moon. Not quite sure what their tactic is there. But if you keep losing the ball there, I guarantee your opponent's going to score.
El Nino. Wong Prey 1. Won by Harry Potter. You get the feeling they're going to get a chance soon. Klasiko, it could be now!
Unlucky.
Oh, that was not a million miles away.
Yeah, the warning bells are ringing. Klasiko are starting to find their feet. They are finding a way in behind, finding a way to create chances. So, not good signs for To The Moon. They've got to be a bit tighter at the back, and they've got to keep possession better.
Remember, 1 goal would be enough for Klasiko as long as To The Moon don't get another. But at the moment, the top time is tick-tock ticking. Less than half an hour virtually. That's 4 minutes of real time for them to make the breakthrough here. Tom Richard lays it down the line, and Nigipu sees it out for a goal kick as Klasiko will get a chance to break again. It's a good free kick delivery to Razhaks.
And we are about to reach the halfway point of the second half.
They're just starting to turn the screw, aren't they? Zoon. Down into Razhaks. And they get it clear.
Yeah, good defending there from Riskits.
Risky biscuits.
He's off.
El Nino's got to be offside. It was a very dramatic raise of the flag from the assistant referee there. It's almost like, who's the referee in the Premier League that's always showing off? Who's the one that's got the fancy way of showing the cards? Who am I thinking of? What's his name?
No idea. Uriah Rini?
Graham Poll. No, not Graham Poll. Who's the one I'm thinking of that's always the centre of attention? I'll try and think. Here's Draco.
Mike Ashley.
No, Mike Ashley's the chairman of Newcastle. That's not even funny though, is it? Why is that funny?
It is. I wanted to see. Oh yeah, I think so.
I've got to Google this now. Who's the referee? Help me out in the Facebook comment section. Who's the referee in the Premier League? That's what's coming off. There's a chance. Umars gets it clear. Bothering me. Now you commentate on the game. I'll find the name of the referee.
No problem. Wong taking the ball out of defense. Finds Mr. Tom Richard.
Mike Dean.
Oh man, he Spurs. Whenever he refs a Spurs game, we lose.
Who's refing the Spurs game today?
No idea, I didn't check.
I'd laugh if it's Mike Dean and he's already given Everton a penalty.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Here's Bombastics. Clock continues to tick down on Klasiko's VPG Asian Super League chances here. They've got to find somewhere creating one chance. Remember, it was at the 84-minute mark in the first game that Ingipu won a penalty that kept To The Moon in it. And it's the momentum they've carried forward, but can they carry it forward for another 15 virtual minutes? Look at the ferocity that Zaun is chasing this down with.
Oh, good play, Riskits.
Oh, Riskits, real strong defending,
Well
and belts it out for a throw. El Nino. Draco. Well, a goal here would break Thai hearts, but they haven't really, with one exception, threatened the goal of To The Moon in the second game. They've just got to throw the kitchen sink forward now, haven't they?
They have to. Not much time left.
Harry Potter. Razhaks. Zoon. Draco!
Oh, good defending.
Pilatelli gets it away.
Zakwan's a real tricky customer. I'm very impressed with how the To The Moon defense have dealt with him.
Whoever ends up going through it, it looks like it's going to be To The Moon. They're going to be contenders, aren't they, for the title, isn't it?
Yeah, I think anyone who makes it out of the group stage can consider themselves as in the pot to win the trophy, because as you know, in FIFA Pro Clubs, literally anything can happen.
Yellow card for Bombastics, but they've managed to get the ball away, and 2-5-3-7 will go on an easy run now and try and win a throw. Turns inside, Bombastics. Oh, he's lost out to O'Nino, and they'll come again. It's last chance, saloon time for Klasiko. Can they get the goal they need to go through? Not this time. Risky Biscuits gets it away. 2-5-3-7, who's the goal scorer and going to be the hero for To The Moon if it stays like this. Look at the space they've got to run out here. This will run down at least 2 minutes of the clock, this passage of play. They could just knock it from one to other, but they've coughed up possession.
They are panicking.
Squeaky bum time if you're a To The Moon man, and double squeaky bum time if you support Klasiko. And there's a free kick as well. Is it going to be a red card here? No. 34 yards out. They've got to find a piece of magic. Klasiko drifted into the area. Can the magic come? DeWarnes gathers, and that may well just be that. We're into the final 2 minutes of the 90, plus what the referee will deem worthy of added on for stoppages. Here's IMEX.
One last chance here.
They can throw the kitchen sink. There's only 2 minutes to be added on. They've got one more chance. A goal now to send them through. To The Moon will just surely get this up the other end of the field. They can't do it. William, we're down to single-digit seconds for Klasiko to get the goal they need. Razaks, and they can't do it, and that's going to be that.
Well played, To The Moon.
To The Moon.
Oh, they've got a chance.
Smash and grab.
They're going to score.
Referee, surely he'll blow for full time, or will he let them get the second?
Well played.
And
Well
that
done.
will be it, the ball game.
Well
Tom
played.
Richard gets the goal his performance deserves, and goals in the first half and the second half. 19th and 92nd minute have sent To The Moon through to the round of 16, and Klasiko have tossed it away.
How vital was that penalty in that first leg now? 6 minutes from time. Changed everything.
Heartbreak for Klasiko, and as Nitin said, it was the penalty that Nigipu converted when they were staring exit in the face. The boos ring out in the Classic Stadium because the ties have gone through. It's finished here. Klasiko 0, To The Moon 2, and in terms of the league standings, that will take To The Moon through by virtue of finishing second in the group, subject to confirmation of the other result. We'll get a chance, I think, to see these highlights, Nitin, then we'll tell everyone about the Indonesian one-play Copa tournament. Then we'll take a very short break before we come back at the top of the hour.
No problem.
Nitin, talk us through these stats and highlights. Possession edged by To The Moon, which is a surprise, bearing in mind Klasiko were trying to chase the game down.
Yep, again, a match with very few chances in front of goal. I have to say, To The Moon completely controlled that match, in my opinion. They did what they wanted. They got the result they wanted. And a fantastic counter-attacking goal to seal the deal right at the end. So fantastic stuff from To The Moon, and congratulations for making it. Unlucky from Klasiko. Could have done more in that first half, in that first game, I feel.
Klasiko have ditched the game, I think, well, understandably so. Shame, because that 2-5-3-7 goal was a good one. Listen, we are going to take a short break. We'll be back with the Royal Cavaliers and JBLY in Group 8. Remember, it's the same scenario there. One team with the advantage, that being Royal Cavaliers. JBLY can still knock them out if they get the same kind of results that To The Moon did. Let me tell you about this one-play VPG Copa Indonesia. I believe we've got the details coming up on the screen for you. An interesting-looking bracket there, Nitin. Some great Esports coming up, Double T, Travis Tan, and lots of other things going on. I'm just going to turn around and see the screen. So we've got Alliance, Tengil, Akarat, Ebot, Newgate, Quarantine, Singkong, and Revagnar. When can people watch this, Double T? Travis, when can people watch this? There's the answer. Starts from Tuesday. Who's on commentary duty for that? Have we got shoutcasters in the house? Garrett Gamers.
Garrett Gamers.
I've heard a lot of good things
from
about
Mr.
them.
Hisham.
Oh, wonderful stuff. Good stuff. Hisham, our dear friend, the VPG manager of Queen's Park Rangers. Right, stay with us. Congratulations to The Moon. Commiserations to Klasiko. It's coming up to 10 to midnight. We are going to meet you right back here for the kickoff time of midnight for our second game, which is Royal Cavaliers of Vietnam against JBLY in Group 8 to see who goes through from that particular group. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back live from the One Play Esports West Wing of the Spectrum at the top of the hour for the second of our big Judgment Night clashes in the One Play Sports VPG Asian Super League. Stay with us.
keep it hush.
Which group is it? One second. Are we going to put the group standings up? Straight into it? Okay. Welcome back live to the One Play Esports Spectrum West Wing. Godfather of Gaming in the house. Tournament Director Yusuf in the house. Our interns in the house as well. That is Eileen and Ashraf. Welcome to them. Double T, Travis Tan. Let me just look who's in. Big hat. Lim Yee's still here. Lim Yee, what are you still doing here, mate? Go home. You've got a wife and kids to get back to. And good old Vic is working on the edits. You can catch all the highlights from the Toyota League Taiwan on the One Play Sports Facebook page and YouTube channels. We've got some great action coming. 4 live games from T1, the top flight in Thailand in real football, all the way through to the end of the Thai season. Behind us, you can see the team sheets. Royal Cavaliers and JBLY Esports battling it out in Group H with JBLY Esports with a 1-point slender lead over Royal Cavaliers with both teams to play each other twice. Talk them through them, big man.
Yep, Royal Cavaliers are playing a 3-4-3 today. They've got Refund in goal, Cow, Newbie here, and Mantuan make up the defense. Tungsten, Hype Banana, Rose Blink, and Fankill make up the midfield. And up front, they've got Bin, YH10, Duang DK, and Futran, who are going to be a handful for the JBLY boys. Of course, the star players from Royal Cavaliers are Duang, DK, Hype Banana, and Tungsten. So these guys are the players you have to watch out for.
Hippe Banana!
Hippe. And on to JBLY. JBLY are playing a 4-3-3 today. They've got a bot in goal, which could work both ways. The 4 in defense are Abe Long, Ismiki, Ritz Bernin, and Andre Prabovo. In the 3 midfield are Ablesh 92, Diga Rosa, and Mr. Set Sets. And the front three are Elvin Sandy, Gandang, and Mr. Fernaldi CP. So the star player from JBLY to watch out for is Sets in midfield, who apparently controls the entire game. Looking forward to see him play, and we'll see who qualifies at the end of the match again.
I'm a big fan of long bottoms at left back. Right, let's very shortly cross live to Vietnam. Royal Cavaliers, the first game. Remember, if they are beaten here, they are out. It's as simple as that. So big stakes, high pressure. It's what Judgment Night in the 2020 VPG Asian Super League is all about. There is one slot up for grabs. Although I should say in this group, if Econo could produce a big shock against PSHM of Malaysia, it's not necessarily cut and dried. So, Tournament Director Yusuf, will you be advising me of latest PHSM scores? I think he will be. Here we go, kick-off. Cavs on the left in the Leverkusen colours. JBLY in the yellow. As we go right to left, and the game gets underway with Rose Blink. Puss. Heepe, Nana. Back to Puss. Here's Rose Blink through the middle, a lovely work. Dongo, little sub-star this from the Cavs, Van Kill. Are we in for an early goal? And we've lost the game. Where's the game gone? There it is, it's come back. And I think we're having some streaming issues here. Technical difficulties, apologies for the picture breakup. It's a free kick and a dangerous piece of real estate for the Royal Cavaliers. The stream might be letting us down a little bit, but let's not let that detract from what is a very tense atmosphere here. Is this the stream lagging? It's here! Oh! We got a goal here from the free kick, and would you believe it? The stream let us down. Well, they played it short, and Pisoga with the goal, but Nitin, talk me through what's happening with the stream here.
Yeah, there's definitely some lag issues at the moment. The players could be playing fine. This could be because the PlayStation is setting up a feed to YouTube. That's what's probably causing this.
So that's obviously the nature of that, where you think it's working against JBLY, but JBLY now seems to be back on an even kill. He played Banana. Back to Digarosa. Here's Setsats. Oh, Fernando's in. Edge of the area. Eblesh. Still a chance. And now they should be able to get it clear, and they do. But the early goal there for Royal Cavaliers, absolutely crucial. Just to update the table, by the way, Tournament Director Yusuf has updated me with the situation with Econo and PSHM. And I can tell you, Econo, well, this doesn't tell me anything really, does it? Listen, there's nothing in the post. It's all happening here. What a surreal start to this game, Nitin.
Yeah, the Royal Cavaliers have started brilliantly. And they almost got a lead there. Duang DK really wasting a very good opportunity. He's a striker known for goals, and he's been very disappointing so far.
So, an extraordinary start to this one. The picture quality not the best. I do apologise on behalf of One Play Esports for that. Is Puce. Here's Fan Kill. Yusuf claims to have sent me an updated table, but he clearly hasn't. He sent me the table not taking into account tonight's results, and we need to know what's happened to PHSM and Econo. Yusuf, you can personally come into the spectrum and let me know. He's now sent me an updated table. Well, PSHM were beaten by Econo and only got a point. So they're on 11 points, which means, well, they're still guaranteed to go through, but they might not go through at top spot, because if Royal Cavaliers can win both games, they can still get to the top. A little bit complicated. Here's Longbottom. JBLY, they're trying to recover. They're acting a little bit shell-shocked, but they're coming back into it now, Nitin.
Yeah, JBLY are bombing their left and right back forward, so there's always going to be opportunities for Royal Cavaliers on the counter, and with the front three of the Royal Cavaliers, I can only see one ending to this game. I think the Royal Cavaliers are going to make JBLY pay for their attacking instincts.
This Fan Kill to Rose Blink. Grealish. Banana. Just look a little bit sharper coming forward, the Cavaliers, don't they? They look menacing every time they get the ball in the danger area. Dongo to Puss! What a save, T-Teal.
The goalkeeper is a bot.
The bot, you mentioned it before, Nitin, he's come to their rescue there, kept them alive in this first game. Remember, they can still go through if they lose this one and win the next one. So they'll be relying on their home form, seeing them through here. Midway through the first half, they still trail by that early goal to nil.
Well, the Royal Cavaliers have started this game very well, I have to say. They've got the early goal that they wanted. JBL are now chasing the game, and they're going to have plenty of opportunities to counter-attack, which is exactly how Royal Cavaliers love to play. So it's going to be, it's playing into the Cavaliers' hands at this minute.
Ibrahimovic now getting audio issues. Is that just me? Some kinds of problems going on here. Must apologise. An issue with my microphone, but I think it's back now. He played Banana. Puss. He's getting it to Tungsten. And Tungsten's in at a narrow angle. Cleared. Was that long bottom? Told you to keep an eye on the long bottom.
It's a weird name.
Now,
another Harry Potter reference.
Yes, plenty of Harry Potter fans there. Digarossa, just like that. This funny old game, obviously not helped by the lagging in the match, has gone to the half-hour mark, and the Cavaliers are almost there, because if they win this match, a draw will do them in the next one. So it'll definitely be advantage to the Vietnamese. We saw the Cavaliers, of course, they're the team that were in action in our first ever game, weren't they, the Cavaliers?
Yep.
All the way back in March, as you said, Nitin. Here's BYH through the middle to... It's Mickey who's cleared it. Fascinating, this judgment night in the 2020 VPG Asian Super League. Elvin, interesting ball over the top. Ibrahimovic was bang on top of it at the back.
It's been a weird second half of this game. I think, yeah. I think in the first.
It does come across that some players from both teams are almost suffering from issues, because some of the players are really sharp, and others seem to be losing their balance and pattern a little bit. Flag stays down. Chance!
Oh, equaliser!
And Elvin levels it up out of nothing. Elvin Sendi makes it 1-1, and now the advantage swings back to the JBLY boys.
Yeah, fantastic goal. A lovely little low cross. The keeper tried his best to intercept that cross, but got nowhere near it, and Elvin was there at the far post to tap it in.
I owe the JBLY boys an apology as well, because it was Team Spirits that got beat 9-0 and 4-0, not the JBLY boys. So the JBLY boys, apologies chaps, they're back in pole position. 2 draws is enough to see them through, and they've still got the game at home to come. There's going to be a free kick to JBLY as we rapidly approach half-time. Oh, there's a yellow card to Puss. Puss on the yellow. Here's Tungsten. Lots of space to run into here for the yellow carded Puss. Oh, there's empty space. Why did Dumgok not turn and go? Oh. He's through now, though. Can he get in? Long bottom.
Defending.
Does well. It's out for a corner. Into the middle it goes. Oh, Grealish on the turn. How's he not finished? And again a chance. What a peculiar half of football. It's a penalty handball. Oh, my word.
It wasn't handball. It was somebody slid him after the action had finished.
Here we
Such
go.
a silly mistake.
The Cavaliers to take the lead again, and once more put JBLY on the brink of elimination, and he's missed it.
It's the bot.
Teal, the bot does the biz for JBLY.
The bot's having an absolute blinder. Made a great save earlier. Now he saved the penalty as well.
And after a dream start for the Cavaliers, it's all starting to go a little bit wonky. Hipe, Banana. Great cross. Finds his man in Puss. Puss gets it back to Rose Big. I still think they're playing like the better team here, the Cavaliers, but they've got now to show for it. It's still 1-1. Wait to see how much time the referee will add on at the end of the first half. Surely JBLY can't take the lead, because there will be a whopping 3 minutes, largely due to that penalty stoppage. Here's Elvin. Oh, he's Elvin's run that out of play. No question, the Cavaliers have been the more disappointed of the two teams. They've had the possession, they've looked the sharper, but they're only going to come away in the first half with a 1-1 draw. Yeah, and they really need to pick up 3 points at home to give themselves a good shout.
Yeah, I think JBLY have created that one chance and they've scored, whereas the Cavaliers have created a couple of chances. Great saves from the goalkeeper, as well as some bad finishing. That's the reason why the Cavaliers aren't leading at halftime. And I have to say, JBLY will be delighted with this result. They've been under the cosh almost the whole half, and it's 1-1.
Result at half-time. Still a long way to go. 45 minutes is a long time.
Exactly.
The stats, well, they tell you really the story. Royal Cavaliers, incredible 7 shots, 5 of them on target as well. The penalty was brilliantly saved by the bot for JBLY Teal. And JBLY really on a smash and grab raid on one of their rare forays into enemy territory. Got the crucial equaliser through Elvin Sendi. So the second half is shaping up to be a good one. Who do you think is going to come out on top, Nitin?
I have to say, I'll still stick to the Cavaliers. I think they've got the game plan down. They know how to get in behind their opponents. JBLY is more of a case of they've got to have more attacking threat. They've got to get more runners in behind, and at the moment I don't see that happening. So still sticking to the Cavaliers to come out on top here in this first game.
Let's find out if Nitin's right. Second half, the Cavaliers playing from right to left. JBLY this time playing left to right. JBLY in the yellow. The Cavs in the dark shirts. And again, we're suffering some poor picture quality. Can only apologise on behalf of One Play Esports for that. Double T Travis Tan, as we speak, is cracking heads in the technical department. Here's JBLY through the middle to Ipe, but Nana. Oh, they're in again! Don't look at another great save! This body's worth his weight in pot gold.
I don't think that was a save, it's a goal kick, but Duong DK has been guilty of missing 2 gilt-edged chances.
Well, he's in again, Nitin. And JBLY. I thought for my life that the bot had got something on that. He's already saved a penalty. And you do get these games, don't you, Nitin? You've experienced it yourself, I'm sure, where things just don't seem to go right despite the fact you're in dominance.
Yes, that happens to me quite a lot on FIFA, and it's one of the things that I really dislike about the game.
What you're trying to say is you're always the best, but you don't always win. Surely down.
I'm not always the best, but I do feel like like most people, we dominate the game and end up losing. I don't think that's how football is in general.
It's like life, though, isn't it? Life's
it is.
Puss over to this near side. Fan kill. JBLY. Fan kill, nice little dig in the middle. Keeper Kane got nowhere near it. Bailed out by his defender, but the danger's not gone yet. Ipe Banana. Oh, Fernell Dick P picked that up. You can see in the last 15 minutes the Cavaliers dominating the possession. And a reminder, though, a draw here means the Cavaliers will have to go to JBLY in the second game that will follow this one immediately afterwards and win. And that's by no means a foregone conclusion. Talk me through this poor picture quality, Nitin. Is that just our monitor, or is that what people are watching at home with the pictures suddenly distorted?
This will be what they're watching at home, but again, like I mentioned, these games are played via PlayStation, and the captains stream up to YouTube a stream, and we take that stream. So that's what's happening now. I think all I can say is maybe the captain's not having the best of internet connections at this minute.
Well, the Cavs are the host team, aren't they? So that would maybe, you'd think, work against the Cavs in terms of the speed of their play. It's not translating to what we're seeing. Rose Blink, JBLY, got to keep his runner on side there. Sensibly held it up when he took too long to play the ball. But JBLY, if you offered them the 1-1 now, they'd probably take it, wouldn't they, Nitin? Remember, if they can get a winner here, it's over for the Cavaliers.
They would. This is an away game for them as well, so slight leg issues maybe, and if they can get a draw here, it should favour them significantly for the next match, which will be at their home.
Ipe Banana, right-hand side, Tangstein.
Ismiki has been fantastic at the back, I have to say. He's
Yeah,
dealt with
certainly
everything,
has.
he's won all the headers.
Been very busy as well, hasn't he? And they've been overrun at times, the JBLY defence. But pressure piles on Cavs if they can't convert home advantage here into a win. We're approaching the up and over halfway mark of this second half. 67.5 minutes. Will be with us in a matter of seconds. I tell you what, the next game's going to be interesting, isn't it? Because we've seen already tonight with Klasiko going out, they tended to sit back and try and soak up pressure, and it didn't work out very well for them. That's going to leave JBLY with a conundrum, knowing that draw's going to be enough. Grealish plays it to Tangstein. Here's Puss. JBLY. Down the left they come. Couldn't keep it in, Fanku, and it's out for a goal kick.
Unlucky, but I have to say JBLY has been running the game. He's been playing as a cam, I believe, and doing a fantastic job, getting involved both defensively and offensively, creating chances for his teammates, shooting when he has the chance. Fantastic stuff from Bin so far.
Nice one-touch football. Here's Fernell, DICP. Over the top.
Looks like we're going to have another draw here in the first game, which keeps things interesting for the second, so not the worst of results.
Offside, that was a foolish offside to give away. That was a schoolboy mistake. And they've, after having the Cavaliers under some territorial pressure, they've given the Cavs a chance to clear their lines, which they accept gratefully. It's the Jurama. Eblish, Elvin, they're coming into it a little bit more, JBLY. I wonder if the Cavs are feeling they might have run out of ideas here. They've got some space to operate with now, though, with Puss. Puss, he's got an option to the right if he decides to use him, and use him he does. It's Tangstein. Tangstein gets it to JBLY, could still run. I thought to Dong D, but not this time. And this does look like a game that's heading to a 1-1 draw knit in, which will leave us all to play for in the next one. In fact, the only outcome that doesn't leave us with something to play for is if JBLY win.
Oh, well played, Andrew.
And that's looking the most unlikely of the 3 possible outcomes we're faced with at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think... you never know, but I think this game will end as a draw. Don't see JBLY scoring. In fact, if I see a team scoring, I think it'll be the Cavaliers.
Nipe Banana. Grealish.
Good play, Elvin.
He's Elvin again. Nipe Banana. Rose Blink. Sprays it out wide. Rose Blink. I love the turn from Elvin. Eblish. Nipe Banana. Puss.
Back to Puss.
Puss has got some space to run into. That's a
good
lovely
ball.
ball! Dungo!
Oh, he's done it!
And the Cavaliers take pole position in the race to qualify from Group 8. JBLY will have to win the home game if they want to go through now, surely.
Third time's the charm for Duang DK. Missed 2 glorious opportunities in this game. We were a bit critical of his finishing, but definitely the third chance, no criticism, a fantastic finish. Looks like he's going to give his side all 3 points and all to play for here for JBLY in the second game.
Here's Tungsten. Puss. Anton. Van Kiel, BYH. Rose Blink. Oh, look at this. All of a sudden, JBLY, the chasing shadows. Not that the third goal made much difference, because there's not going to be any goal difference involved here. The Cavaliers huffed and puffed for a long time. It looked like they weren't going to make their superiority in terms of dominance and chances count, but they're now just one decent away performance away from joining the other team from Thailand to the moon who qualified earlier on. Are we going to get another Vietnamese side through to the round of 16? We'll update the bracket for you for the whole tournament at the conclusion of tonight's broadcast. And that was a fascinating clash. Unfortunately, we had the occasional technical glitch, but take nothing away from the Cavaliers, and that Dong DK finish right at the end is enough to put the Cavs, as it stands, into second spot in Group 8.
Yep, again, the result that the Cavaliers wanted. I think the performance was fantastic from the Cavaliers as well. 8 shots on target as compared to JBLY's 2. So, in my opinion, no doubt the winners are well-deserved in terms of Royal Cavaliers, and it's all to play for here in the second game.
Yeah, interesting one awaits. Remember, the Cavaliers now just need to get a draw at JBLY Esports. JBLY Esports need the win, otherwise it will be the Cavaliers that join PSHM United in the round of 16. Let's have a look back at the goals and the best of the action it's in.
Just a little reminder for Yusof, just the goals will do, bro. No need to watch the entire match recap highlights. Just let the managers know that. This is the first goal from BYH. A fantastic little finish, nice little set piece routine there. Short pass into BYH, makes the turn quickly, plants it into the corner. No chance for the keeper. 1-0 to the Cavaliers. This was another opportunity for the Cavaliers. A good save from the bot in goal.
T-Teal.
T-Teal, yeah. Yeah.
T-Teal. Double T.
BYH again in the thick of things.
And let's have a look at the goals. Let's just see the goals, please, guys. That's all we need to see. This was the equaliser that kind of came out of nothing. And again, we wondered whether there was an issue, but
there was a great pass
to Elvin Sendi.
Yeah, I believe it was Fernaldi with the pass. A great run down the right. Got past his marker, delivered first time into the box. Elvin was there for the tap in. A good try from the defender to try and stop that chance, but you know, sometimes those things are unstoppable, and that was the equalizer, 1-1.
So, at that point, going into the closing stages, it looked like it was going to be all she wrote, and the Cavs would have to go to JBLY and win. But this late goal with Dong DK with his wonderful finish means now the pressure is all on JBLY as they entertain Cavs in the last game of Group 8, coming up live on the OnePlay Esports Network shortly.
Yep, was a fantastic finish from Dong DK. Missed 2 earlier opportunities, easy opportunities if you ask me. He missed them, but when the time came, he was never going to miss. Dong DK giving his side all 3 points here. Fantastic stuff from the Cavaliers.
So while we wait for the guys to reset, let me remind you again about this one-play Copa Indonesia that's coming up with our dear friends at VPG. Let's lose the game now and just remind everyone about the Copa Indonesia, because that's starting on Tuesday. The great FIFA Pro Club action keeps on coming your way. We had a look at the teams involved earlier. Let's just remind everyone, if we can, Travis, the bracket for that and when people can watch what's going to be another great Pro Club property coming to the One Play Esports network. Can we see that, please, Travis? Can we see it?
Yes, there we are.
There we have it. Yeah, there's the bracket. Let's have a look again. Alliance, Tengil, Akarat, Ebot, Newgate, Quarantine, Singkong, and Revagnar, the teams in. And Trav, let everyone know when they can watch this. It's Tuesday night. It starts live on the One Play Esports network. It's another award-winning collaboration between One Play Sports and VPG, starting with Alliance to Football against the Tengil squad. That's this Tuesday at 10 p.m. That's GMT plus 7. It's not GMT plus 7, it's GMT plus 8. Or is that because it's Jakarta time? It's because it's Jakarta time,
yes,
isn't
it is.
Travis? Very clever. Thank you. I feel like an idiot now, as usual. Good work, guys. So looking forward to the VPG Copa Indonesia. We're also looking forward to the second game in the Cavaliers. We'll give you the bracket at the end of this. There's another look forward to one of the games on Thursday, Singkong FC against Revagnar. I'm just, though, turning my attention back to this competition. Just to run you through the teams that have qualified. We'll update the bracket soon for this VPG Asian Super League. HK is HK through. Songscan through. Ankatsuki of Malaysia, team we know very well, Nitin, through. La Rojak, we know those boys too, through. We've got FC Ray-Ban through. Thai Gang, another familiar face to us, through. The Amigos, Arriba through, alongside the Hyenas. That's going to be a real big game in the round of 16. 11 Dragons FC against To The Moon. That we know now, To The Moon going through instead of Klasiko. And the only spots we need to work out are the spots in the last group. I'm also waiting for the full-time whistles to go in Group 6. That's still being played out. Full-time whistles have gone in Group 7. Unique and Maximus VFC, they are through. So all that remains to see now in terms of our live broadcast is whether it's the Royal Cavaliers who need just a point. The only result that will do for JBLY is a win. And that should, in theory, Nitin, give us an interesting here. It's almost a flip of what we saw in the first game. Very similar to our first pair of matches tonight.
Yep, I think in situations like this, it always favors the underdogs. JBLY know exactly what kind of result they need. They need a win. They have to go all out to get it. For the Cavaliers, you know, a draw or a win sees them through. And I think that sometimes can play on the players' minds. It can cause you to have a bit of, how do I put it, you know, to... You don't feel as much pressure, whereas the JBLY boys, they know exactly what they need. They need a win.
But what we have seen, there's a pattern developed that teams that try and sit back and have a well, firstly, there's the example, isn't it? Because To The Moon beat Klasiko. Klasiko were in pole position here. JBLY started the night in pole position, and now they find themselves the chasers. So the fact they've got a full 90 minutes now to turn it round may well work in their favour. The psychology of it is fascinating. Yep. Yusuf, how close are we to be able to go pitch side to the JBLY Stadium? 2 minutes, I'm being told. Don't forget to LSFC. I haven't checked in on the Facebook comment section, actually. Tell them what LSFC is about, Nitin.
Like, share, follow, and comment.
And what do you mean when you say that, Nitin?
We have, you know, what do you mean? Like, share, follow, and comment. It's pretty straightforward, isn't it?
But explain it. I'm an idiot.
So like the One Play Esports page, share our content, follow the One Play Esports page, and comment on it. Let us know you're interested. Let us know what you want to see. Let us know if, you know, you're interested in taking part in some of our tournaments. If you feel like we're not covering games that you want us to cover, let us know. Let us know in the comments. That's where we can speak to each other. That's where we can understand what our community wants, and we can hopefully give them what they want.
Shout out Erwin Forzy's with us. Also shout out Trung Tan, giving his props to the Royal Cavaliers.
Shout out.
Pong Du Lee is there. Aditya Todding is there. Ferdhouse with us. Daroan Hermanto is there. Sarah Athenia is with us. Shout out to Ultras Pro Esports, our dear friends at Ultras Pro Esports as well. Now, let me check in. I just had a message from Tournament Director Yusuf on WhatsApp. Let's see if that's an important piece of news. Yes. Updated bracket is coming up behind. So we now know only a couple of slots to fill in. HK is HK, play the Rojak. FC Ray-Ban play Hyenas FP. 11 Dragons against Revival. Unique FC and H2. And Katsuki and Songsan. How come Amigos and Thai Gang play each other in the round of 16? I thought they finished first and second in the group, or is that a mistake on my part? No, that's Amigos and Hyenas. That's a different Thai team. Chingdi and To The Moon and H1 and Maximus. So hold on a second.
H1 is yet to be
I know,
filled.
I know that H1 and H2, but we're in Group H now, aren't we? So these are the last slots that we need to fill up. And just to confirm, because I was waiting for those results to come from Group 7, so Unique FC and Maximus were the 2 teams to qualify from Group 7. They were the last results to be updated on the VPG website. Check out the VPG website, by the way. You'll get all the news and information there. And now we can hopefully cross very shortly live to JBLY for our last game of the night. Remember, the equation is JBLY need to win. How many times out of 100 have you been in a pro club position where you've got into a game needing to win and have converted that to a win?
Wow, I would say...
What's your percentage?
60%.
So you're a 60%er.
Yep, again, with pro clubs, if you're talking FIFA in general, then I would say probably 65, 70%. But in terms of pro clubs, because it not just depends on you. You've got 10 other teammates and you need them to perform equally as well as you. And if someone's slacking off, sometimes that's what gives the opponents the victory. So it's a whole team effort. Everyone needs to be on at 100%. And if everyone does that, they should get the job done.
A reminder to keep checking back on the One Play Esports page for all the latest news. We're crossing live to our magnificent JBLY Arena to see if the men in yellow can turn it round with the Cavaliers holding pole position of second spot as it stands in Group H. And here's Don Guk, an early goal here would really put JBLY in a bit of bother. They'll have to score twice, fan kill. Rose Blink, this is how they started the first game hitting the Cavs.
Yep, exactly. The Cavs are a team that we've known for a long time. They always like to play nice attacking football. They like to play on the front foot, and no surprise to see them doing that here today again.
Sets. Here's Andrew PRBW.
What's the viewership like now?
Poor.
700,000?
Yeah, we've dipped under 500,000. I'm very disappointed.
Oh, man.
Here come JBLY. Well, again, they've not got their groove on early here, and anyone that thought home advantage would give them a massive turnaround so far, it's not proving to be the case. And the Cavs are looking really sharp. That quick, slick passing movement that was the trademark of their win in the first game. They're picking up where they left off. They're onside. Dom GK. Narrow angle, had to play it out for a goal kick.
Ismiki again, picking up where he left off in that first game. He was remarkable at centre back, and he's done a number on Dong DK there again. So fair play to Ismiki.
Dong DK, Puss. Elvin. Infernal.
Good play from Ibra.
BYH, fan kill. Rose Blink. Fan kill as well. Ben YH to Rose Blink. Play Banana, fan kill. Decent ball into the middle. Well, to their credit, it's not like they're sitting back in the Cavaliers. I think they fancy their chances of getting the early goal to almost kill this off early. Bin YH, oh, lovely skills to pay the bills from Bin YH. He Banana. The gozer gets it away. Not much seen from JBLY yet, Knitted.
Yeah, definitely. And Sets, who was earmarked as a player who runs the game, he's been disappointing over both legs so far. Hopefully he gets a foothold in this midfield and gives his side what they need, basically.
Sets. Here's Eblish! Oh, that came out of nothing. A refund with the save. First shot in anger, 18 minutes in, and it's come to the home side who need the win, remember.
Yep.
As it stands, 72 virtual minutes away, the Cavaliers from a place in the round of 16. Stakes incredibly high here on Judgment Night. We promised we'd take you from Sunday to Monday. We've done just that, if you're in Singapore time at any rate. Here's Puss to the edge of the area. Din YH! Well blocked. There was a wall of yellow shirts in front of him.
Yeah, long bottom there with a fantastic block. He knew exactly what Bin YH was going to do. Bin YH tried to take it down, cut it to his left foot and get the shot away, but long bottom again. Reading his opponent perfectly there.
For now. Rosa.
I think there seems to be some leg issues. The players are banging into each other and everything.
Yeah, Eblesh. Well, there's 4 yellow shirts forward here, but it's straight to Greenish. We're past halfway mark in the first half. How concerned are you now if you're a fan of JBLY?
Still not too concerned. There's still plenty of time to play. I would start getting concerned from the 65th minute onwards. If the Cavaliers are leading or if the score is still 0-0, I'll start to worry if I was a JBLY fan.
Rose Blink, we're over the halfway mark in this first half. Now 65 virtual minutes away from elimination. Our JBLY Esports is Bin YH. Is this kind of game got 0-0 written all over it for you, Nitin, or do you think they'll throw so many bodies forward eventually, JBLY, that the Cavs will get a goal in a similar way to the game was tied up 2-0 in the closing stages by 2 the moon against Klasiko?
Yeah, you read my mind there. I think that's exactly what's going to happen here. I think JBLY will eventually get, will commit too many men forward, and I can't see anything but the Cavaliers hitting them on the counter and getting the win at this point.
Ibrahimovic to Grealish. Banana. BYH. Rose Blink, Banana. Through to Dongji K. That's a lovely ball through. And long bottom.
Great defending from long bottom again.
So, come short here. Heads up and turn, chance, Grealish off the post. Second bite of the cherry, now can he finish? Well saved by the bot. Well, my oh my.
Cavaliers getting closer and closer again.
Got to take those chances, Nitin. Look how comfortable they'd be now if they'd taken a goal lead. It would mean that JBLY need to get 2, and they just don't look capable, JBLY, of getting 2, do they? 1 possibly. They saw that in the first game, but 2?
Yeah, 2 looks unlikely. I don't think, or the stats.
Yeah, 4 shots in the last 50 minutes, all of them from the Cavaliers. They're dominating possession as well, and this is a game that JBLY is supposed to be chasing. They're being outplayed here. The bot comes out to save well.
I thought he was off there, to be fair.
Flag stayed down, Nitin. FIFA refs never lie. Is that not true?
Offside-wise, they probably never lie, but penalty-wise, man,
we saw
I've
that
had some
shamble last
bad
weekend,
decisions.
the deliberately missed penalty. BYH, Puss. Sets. Here's Elvin. Through the middle to sets.
You could see what he wanted to do there, but execution isn't there.
Ipe Banana to BYH. A goal now would be a dagger through the heart of the JBLY chances, and it looks like Cavaliers are most likely to possibly score. Headed away by Longbottom. Reaching rapidly half-time here. JBLY are 45 minutes away from elimination, and they just don't look like they've got it in them to beat the Cavaliers tonight. Another good ball, the bot spills it, and it's bashed away.
That's a great half for the Cavaliers, I have to say.
Not half-time yet, bro, I don't think.
Almost.
Free kick into the penalty area. You're right, we'll be playing a couple of minutes added on for stoppages, and then we'll be into the sheds. Here's JBLY though. Now would be a great time to score. Now would be a great time to score. Elvin knocks it through. Can they do it? Oh, what a chance.
Bit of miscommunication there. I think both the players went for the ball. Neither knew which direction the ball was going, and in the end it went to the wrong guy, I feel.
But that's the warning shot across the bows for Royal Cavaliers. They've been in control for that first 45 minutes, but in a similar way to the way JBLY Esports got their equaliser in the first game between them of the night, they very nearly made them pay at the other end, and that would have put a very different complexion on those half-time stats, Nitin. Whereas as it stands, clearly still favour the Cavaliers. Remember, JBLY have to win to book their slot in the round of 16 as we face the final 45 virtual minutes. That's 6 minutes real time of judgment night here in the VPG Asian Super League group stage, live on One Play Sports ahead of next weekend's round of 16, and the week after that the quarterfinals, and the week after that semi-finals, and the week after that
the semi-finals again. Oh, we're doing both semi-finals on one day?
Yeah, of course we are.
Nice,
spread them out. Even Yusuf's not shameless enough to spread it out by that much, to milk it for all it's worth. Don't forget the Indonesian One Play VPG Copper coming up on Tuesday. Great games on Tuesday and Thursday for you there. Keep checking back at the One Play Esports page for all the latest esports updates, and the One Play Sports main page for news on how you can watch the Toyota Thai T1 League in real football parlance across the One Play Sports network from now until the end of the Thai season. It is Royal Cavaliers in the black and red, the JBLY boys in the yellow and white, and the Cavs a goal now with surely Seelik deflected. Oh, and just going to whistle out for a corner.
He's sneaky again there with the block, almost an own goal, but you know you've got to try and block those shots as a defender, and he did his job there perfectly.
Corner comes in, Bot gets attached to it. Dongok. To Dongok. Sets. Rose Blink. Nice work from Rose Blink. Gets it back to BYH. Fan kill. Ipe Banana. Dongok. Still Dongok. JBLY are hanging on here by the skin of their teeth, but they did create one decent opening in that first half. That looks like a hit and hope, Nitin, and
That's not going to work. JBLY, you got to do better than that. I think they'll know that as well.
Trying again from closer quarters with Digarosa. There's Andrew. Sets. Looks up. He's got a few options. Needs to play the ball earlier, and he's timed that all wrong. And the Cavs are away at the races again. And just like that, we're 9 minutes into a second half, and time is starting to ebb away for JBLY's VPG Asian Super League Challenge. BIMYH. Puss. Tungsten. The bot came and got there.
In one thing I'll say just now, when Sets had the ball in the opposition's half, his teammates were not giving him any options. They were all trying to run in behind. The midfielders were not there to support him. So the whole team in general have got to do better. They've got to give Sets options to pass to, because he's that kind of player. He's a ball controlling midfielder, and his teammates aren't helping him to the full potential at the moment, I feel.
Here's Mantuan.
Oh, sloppy from Mantuan.
Elvin. BIMYH, Mantuan. Oh, that's a loose pass. JBLY could be in. Oh no! Ferno!
Oh, Grealish!
What a block!
What
What's
a
he doing
man!
back there?
I had no idea Grealish was so good in defense.
Marvellous work. And I think the real Jack Grealish, mind you, to be
Wouldn't
very,
have done that, I
no,
think.
but he is one of those players, Jack Grealish. He's very committed, isn't he? I know he's
Yes,
known for
yes,
flair,
yes,
but he's not
yes,
one of
yeah.
these players that drifts in and out of games. He does get involved.
Yeah, you know, I always wonder, players like him, they wear the short socks. And I always wonder how their legs don't get damaged, because he loves the close control. Midfielders and defenders love to kick him.
Speaking of Jack Grealish, he's a perfect kind of Tottenham player, I think you'll agree. And talking of Tottenham, breaking news.
Hey.
BIMYH. Rose Blink. Van Kill. Nervous times here for the Cavs. They've not put this away.
Oh!
And Fernald with options all the way
good
through.
defending.
He was a bit ambitious trying to thread that ball through three blue shirts.
I think that was a ball that had to be played earlier if he wanted to do it, because by the time he played it, the defenders had got their shape kind of right.
Sets. That's a nice square ball. Digarosa!
Good
Gonna be
tackle.
a free kick? Surely no. Nitton called it. It wasn't a free kick.
He's on.
BIMYH. Cavaliers on. They understand he got lots of bodies back, but Puss has got forward very quickly. Puss looks for the inside pass. Long bottom picks
come
it
on,
up.
Puss.
And they hack it clear. Puss. Here, Puss. Double T, Travis Towns, a cat person. You cat or dog?
Dog,
I'm
definitely.
a dog guy as well. How much is that doggy in the window? Here's Puss.
In Singapore, about 2,000.
Oh!
Puss,
That
so
for all the
close.
world, it was led to the back of the net, but it just spun wide.
Unlucky there from Puss.
It's Miki.
Time's running out. The JBLY boys have got to commit more players forward now.
Oh, lovely work from Fernald. Gang nap, sets. Cross the middle! Woo! Elvin nearly got there, as it is. He headed it behind for a goal kick, and now we're into the final 15 virtual minutes as we take you Singapore time into the early hours of Monday morning. If you're watching in Jakarta, got 25 minutes left of Sunday. Let's see if JBLY can help you go out with a bang. Royal Cavaliers in Vietnam. As Mickey goes into the book, it might not count for much, because he won't be able to get suspended if they don't qualify for the next stage. And at the moment, they won't be. Goal here would kill it off for both teams. Literally, next goal is the winner. And if there is no goal, the Royal Cavs are the winner. Dong GK, he bam, and na. Rose Blake out wide to the left-hand side, and Fan Kill, lovely drifted pass in the middle. Headed away, but straight to Hipe Banana, and I wonder now whether Cavaliers are going to try and keep possession and run down the clock, Knitted.
I love how they're passing the ball around, they're using the whiff. So, outside of the foot cross there.
I wonder whether JBLY have almost they look like they've accepted their fate to a certain extent here. The last 10 minutes possession has been exclusively in the favour of the Royal Cavs. Can they get the goal to put an exclamation mark on their night? Still Dong DK, he got the important goal in the first game to give them the 2-1 win. Not this time, but we're into the final 10 virtual minutes. And Nitin, you did call this early, didn't you, as a 0-0?
It looked like it.
And it's looking like a 0-0 now, unless JBLY down tools and Royal Cavaliers get the goal that arguably they deserve in this game as well. Here's Puss. Digarosa, firm defending. They just can't get the ball off Cavaliers at the moment, JBLY.
Yeah, the Cavaliers are doing a superb job of shifting the ball around and changing the angles, changing the size of the pitch, and JBLY have 5 minutes now to get a goal, 5 virtual minutes, which is basically 1 second.
Sets. Elvin. Here's Elvin. Lovely cross. Oh my word, they have got a bit of life left in them, and there's still enough time if they can get it to the other end of the field, but what they don't want is Dong DK to get it into the corner flag.
Well
That's his
done,
Meki.
Nismiki.
He has been a colossus for them. He's going to be missed in the round of 16 if, as expected, as it looks now, JBLY are heading out. All eyes will be turned to the fourth official's ball very shortly. I can't see more than 3 minutes being played here at the end of the second half. We'll find out in a moment. Long bottom.
Kitchen
Surely
sink
the
time.
Cavs won't throw this away now.
And the Cavs are going to have all the space now to counter-attack.
It's only going to be 2 minutes of time added on. This is the last go. JBLY, score or you're out. Still JBLY. Can they get the finish? Has that gone behind for a corner?
Last chance.
Yes, it has. This will be the last player of the game. If JBLY score, they're through, and the Cavs around. If the Cavs can hold out, they're through to the VPG Asian Super League round of 16. It's all or nothing, do or die, win or go home. JBLY! Mantran gets it away.
And the Cavaliers have held on.
And
well done to
will
the
be
Royal
that.
Cavaliers.
Well, the Cavaliers and To The Moon both started the night in third spot in their groups, and remarkably, they've both overcome the odds to beat Klasiko and JBLY respectively, and both teams showing enough to suggest they can still cause problems through the round of 16. Let's lose the game now and come back in vision, because I don't think we'll get highlights owing to that being a draw. Let's have a look at the match facts though. The match facts.
Sure.
Yeah, we're look at the match facts there. So we're going to get Eblesh for JBLY. Decent performance, but not good enough. Match rating of 7. I'm going to go through all of these guys, so I think we're going to have to leave that there. We'll be great to see the match stats, but I don't think we're going to get them, are we? No. Okay, let's leave that. We're not getting the match stats, so we'll sign off from our live stream of the FIFA Pro Club and congratulate our two teams through tonight, the Royal Cavaliers and To The Moon of Vietnam and Thailand respectively. And of course, all that remains now, Nitin, is to run through the confirmed round of 16 lineup. We saw it just before we went to that game, and we saw there were only 2 slots, H1 and H2, and now H1
it's all
and
filled
H2 is all filled up, and we
Let's
now
go
know the
full
action
screen.
that's going to be taking place next weekend. It's going to be HK as HK against La Rojak, Hong Kong. La Rojak, Malaysia or Singapore this time?
La Roja, Singapore, I believe.
Singapore.
Yusuf, is that right?
Singapore. FC Ray-Ban Hyenas, Thailand in action there. 11 Dragons, they have topped their group. They're going to be a threat, one of the favourites of the competition against FC Revival. Unique FC against the Cavaliers, who've just won through to book their slot. And Katsuki, Dangerous Floaters against Songsang. Amigos, we know what they can do against Taigang. That, for me, is the pick of the round of 16 games. I'm going to try and bribe Yusof to see if we can get that as one of our televised game. But he's incorruptible, I'm told. Chingdi against To The Moon, who did so well to get the better of Klasiko earlier tonight. And PSHM United against Maximus. Nitin, who are our champions out of the 16 that remain?
You've got to look at Amigos again. They've got Rivox.
There is a God, Rivox be thy name.
So
Razhax, is that them as well? Is Razhax with them?
no, Rivox ex-Bucky, I think.
Oh, ex-Bucky.
Yep.
No, ex-Bucky plays with the... Which is the one that plays with the Singapore team and
Oh
Malaysia?
no, ex-Bucky plays for Malaysia, yeah.
Yeah.
Ex-Bucky plays for La Roja.
Right, congratulations to our 16 teams that are through. Commiserations to those that gone out. If you've enjoyed this, make sure you join the team for the Tuesday night action in the One Play Copa Indonesia. There'll be more VPG Asian Super League at the weekend. Do like, share, follow, comment the One Play Esports page and the One Play main page for news of our exciting new agreement with the Toyota Thai Football T1 League. We're bringing you 4 live games of real football from T1 each and every weekend. Any last words? You're desperate to see how Tottenham are getting on, aren't you?
Nah, I think I just got some bad news with regards to the Spurs game, so we can keep going, no problem.
What a professional. Have Everton really just scored?
I think so.
What a professional. Let me leave you with this. I'm going to now leave you with the look on Nitin's face as I read out the latest score
Hey, stop it lah.
from the Tottenham Stadium. And I can tell you, Robert Calvert-Lewin.
Dominic.
Come here, I'll give you a hug. We'll see you next week. Stay safe, everyone. Enjoy the
Stay away
week.
from me, bro.